Coders, designers, artists, radiologists, we're all threatened by the rise of AI. More accurately, I should say, our ability to work in these fields, to put food on the table, to provide for ourselves and our families, is threatened by the rapid emergence of AI and machine learning. All hope is not lost. As a working designer, artist, and educator, a couple of things have become pretty clear to me. I believe there is a path forward for the artist, designer, or content creator. This video is a discussion of a possible productive path forward. Let's take a closer look. This is a screen capture of the Final Cut Pro edit of this episode, and it's a mess. In this episode, we're going to deal with the rise of the machines, AI. Now, my channel is really focused on life in the studio for the designer and the artist, but these ideas are broader than that. They affect us all. Now, at the end of this episode, it's my hope that you'll have a greater level of clarity about what's to come. I'm going to lay out a strategy to deal with the rise of AI, and hopefully you'll get a better understanding of an ethos, a way of being. Now, a bit of a warning. My goal is to avoid wanking. We need not get lost in the sauce. I want this video to have a strong conceptual through line, so this is how the episode is structured. At the bottom of this diagram, you'll see my Final Cut edit for something called Run and Gun Live 2. Run and Gun Live is an improv-based talent and variety show that I host in my studio. It's an experiment in a laboratory. In this episode, I'm going to show this edit. Both the edit and the show itself are messy, impressionist, illogical, and experimental. Everything below this squiggly blue line is characterized by illogic and imperfection. But there's a very important reason to descend into the chaos of a show like RNG Live 2. Everything above this line is a discussion of the rise of AI and how and why and what to do as an artist and as a human in the face of the rise of the machines. So I'm going to show some rough, illogical, seemingly nonsensical clips from the show, and then I'm going to rise out of the nonsense to give it context and drive home how it relates to art, design, or content creation and the rise of AI. So let's descend for a brief moment into nonsense.
You should have let me do it.
All right, guys. Fuck it. Let's go.
So what do black bags of viscera and fluid have to do with AI? Well, our boy, your boy and mine, Roland Barthes, has this concept of the punctum, the punctum, the punctum, the punctum. Yes, and you have to pronounce it that way. Pronouncing punctum in English just doesn't have the same vibe. Now, I think the easiest way to wrap your brain around the idea of the punctum is to think of the punctum in a work of art as accidents that pierce us. De fuck? Think of it as a sting, a speck, a cut, a little hole, an accident in the work of art. It is the element which, quote unquote, rises from the scene, shoots out of it like an arrow and pierces me, close quote. Algorithmically hyper-optimized AI slop excels at smooth surfaces. The hyperreal and perfection. Think Mid-Journey. But Barthes suggests that it's the punctum, the mistake, that breathes life into the work of art. Stop. Look beyond this specific piece by artist and designer Theed Ambrose. If not, you're going to miss my point. If what you glean from this example is that our collective solution to AI is to make gritty videos filled with viscera and fluid, you've missed the whole point. Focus instead on the fact that both Theed's live performance at Run and Gun, as well as this video clip, is anti-perfection. We see no Facetune, no three-dimensionally extruded airbrush surfaces, no pure pitch voice correction. This work is antagonistic to the algorithm. It's the opposite of hyper-optimized AI slop. We can see this clearly when we look at how Sora deals with a prompt to create this video. A man shirtless from the waist up squats in a dingy, gritty, dark, and abject basement. He is holding a scimitar knife. The knife reaches out and cuts a bag of black viscera, and the fluid spurts violently everywhere. The man looks in pain. This prompt violates the terms of service. The work is synthetic anti-perfection. It's flawed and human. It's nothing but punctum. Again, there are many, many ways to skin the cat. You can make work that is the opposite of this, that looks nothing like this, that is not abject nor against the terms of service, but that is anti-perfection. Like this as an example.
AI is getting better by the day, but it's also getting worse.
So we have this expression in our family, no one's coming to save us. Not the algorithm.
My God, the amount of content farmy BS it's pumping out is really sad.
Not the gallerist, and certainly not the curator who's just going to magically drop by and discover genius.
Okay, so they're just fishing up a big ass shark and cleaning it.
We're taking a tangent shot on the road.
So a couple of times a year, I completely clean out my studio and restructure it for live performance. So I move it from production of typography, graphics, posters, prints, to a performance space.
I don't have a very good...
Philosopher Walter Benjamin warned that mechanical reproduction strips away the artwork's unique aura, that one-of-a-kind presence born of time, place, and human touch. Authenticity is tied to an origin and struggle that copies can't capture. In Benjamin's words, authenticity cannot be reproduced. And when everything is replicated, the authentic disappears. An AI image may mimic the look of a Rembrandt or a Van Gogh, but it has no origin story, no artist's hand, no history, and thus none of the aura or the emotional weight that comes from authenticity. So one of my most recent bodies of work are these daily landscape studies. My studio is set up for screen printing, for type design, for music production, for painting. And this, when doing Run and Gun Live, it really does provide me with an opportunity to restructure, reset up my studio, to clean out, to get rid of things, and then also to set it up for live performance. To be explicit, Benjamin's irreplaceable presence speaks to the power of the real. Both Run and Gun Live and the paintings I just showed you are specifically constructed for direct human contact, live and in person. The paintings are a real thing with all of the flaws and problems, origin story, and slippage of a real object. To be explicit, a powerful way to combat AI is to construct work that's real, live, or designed specifically for direct human contact. So I think I was 25 when I first noticed the sleep. The sleep I speak of consists of one recurrent dream. No, shit. I thought 15 minutes ago I thought I was going to do this, but it's been 15 years. I got it. You're getting close. I got it.
You should have let me do it.
I got it. Keep going, keep playing while I get my shit together. Let's take a look at this and let's break it down. 2 hours before the show, I decided to do a monologue that I last performed 15 years ago. Now, when I wasn't on stage, I had perfect recall of the monologue. Now, during the show, as you can see, it left me. Now, look at the size of the audience. The audience was 1/8 the size of the last show, and look at the lighting. There's no fill light, so a studio, in the best sense, is a laboratory. It should be a place to risk and to throw shit around and to try things out. So, oh my God. Musician Nick Cave has lambasted AI's frictionless creativity, claiming it rejects any notions of creative struggle. For Cave, art is valuable because it is hard-won, born of vulnerability, effort, and even suffering. We had a few really moving moments during the show. Jay Scar's performance of his song Monsters. I want you to compare and contrast that to the perfection of Katy Perry's latest works.
Poison spread across the land, turn hearts to stone as darkness crawls across the sand. The future's left to fate, monsters walking among us with venom in their veins.
So where does this leave us? I think there are a few simple ideas that can serve as guiding principles for the designer, artist, or content creator. The first, and what I believe is the most powerful idea, is an Earl's family motto that finds its roots in existentialist philosophy. No one's coming to save us. This simple motto can transform a life. Internalizing Jean-Paul Sartre's idea of both bad faith and radical authenticity is simple. Sartre's bad faith is the simple idea that too many of us are involved in a form of self-deception that involves denying one's freedom and responsibility. The second step in the process is acknowledging one's complete freedom and responsibility for creating meaning and value in a world devoid of inherent purpose. What does this have to do with AI? Put simply, as opportunity vanishes as a result of the displacement of work inherent in artificial intelligence, as it takes your job, your livelihood, or your vocation, it's your responsibility to fashion for yourself a new reality, new opportunities, new shows, new work, new projects. No one is keeping me from cleaning out my studio and organizing a variety show. The second takeaway, the second pillar of an emerging ethos, is acknowledging the simple fact that there is a material reality that exists independent of the self, that is knowable at least in part through experience. The internet is not real. It's not a real place. Turn it off. Strive to make work that is a direct intermediary between humans in real time and in real space. No one's coming to save you.